Metro.
By Craig McCarthy.
Sign up for our special edition newsletter to get a daily update on the coronavirus pandemic.
The months-old girl tragically killed by coronavirus went out looking like a princess during her funeral, wearing the dress her newly minted firefighter dad had got her for his FDNY graduation ceremony that she didn't live to see, the father told the Post in an emotional interview Thursday.
Jarrell LaSanta got the rose gold dress with glittered roses for young J. Natalie LaSanta to wear at his March 27 graduation, but the ceremony was delayed due to the pandemic COVID-19.
But he felt blessed that she was able to wear it at her funeral weeks later, after she was claimed by the coronavirus at nearly 5 months old on Monday.
She went out looking like a princess, the 30-year-old told the Post, fighting back tears in an emotional interview. She had such a beautiful white little casket because we didn't want her in a body bag.
LaSanta had just finished his first-ever shift as a New York City firefighter in the Bronx in late March when he found out his young daughter J. Natalie was in an emergency room.
When I got to my car, there was a note from my mother. You know I couldn't have my phone on because I'm the new guy. To go to the she's there, Jarrell LaSanta said Thursday, just 3 days after losing his daughter.
That's one way to start my career.
J. Natalie, who had already struggled with a heart condition, was diagnosed with bronchitis and kept overnight because she had a fever, her 29-year-old mother Lindsay LaSanta said.
Doctors tested young J. Natalie twice for COVID-19, once on March 21 when she was admitted and again 6 days later, before realizing she had contracted the pandemic virus.
Lindsay LaSanta said doctors were unsure if the child had it all along and the first test was a fluke, or if she picked it up in the ICU, which had been overflowing with adults and children.
By April 4, J. Natalie had to be intubated.
She was so weak and lethargic, Lindsay LaSanta said. From April to her last breath, she was just in a paralytic state.
Only one parent was allowed at a time, so the mom and dad took 12-hour shifts at the hospital until April 20, when their infant's vitals crash.
Everything is just perfect right now, Jarrell told Lindsay over the phone just before things went south, according to the mom.
She recalled, "We were hopeful, her numbers were beautiful, her oxygen levels were good. Then 10 minutes later he called me to come, she doesn't have a pulse." Quote,
"Doctors tried for more than 30 minutes to save the infant, but they couldn't, and she died a week before she'd be 5 months old."
Jarrell was thankful on Thursday, though, saying, "They were lucky compared to other people who lost loved ones during the outbreak."
Little J. Natalie's godmother is a funeral director, so Jarrell and Lindsay were able to bathe their baby and garb her in the dress that was previously put aside for Jarrell's graduation.
The godmother arranged for a private, informal ceremony at her funeral parlor, where the parents were able to say goodbye to J. Natalie since the official services set for May 2 will have to be closed casket.
Jarrell's fellow firefighters from Engine 63, Ladder 39 and Battalion 15 showed up for support, even though the firefighters didn't really know him because he only worked the one shift, the grieving dad said.
After the outpouring of support, the parents said they will live stream the services.
"I like to think we were blessed," he said, of being able to hold an informal ceremony this week.
As of Thursday afternoon, a GoFundMe account had raised more than $30,000 for the parents to help pay for health care costs.